Hello, motherfuckers. To the expectant parents, please give your child love and attention, because this is what happens. They end up seeking validation for strangers on a fucking weekday for some odd reason, right? If you don't get any of my jokes, this isn't my first language, so that's on you, right? Genuinely isn't. Up until the age of 8, I only spoke Punjabi. We got any Punjabi speakers in? South fucking Kensington. Donny, everyone thinks you're a cunt. You don't need to reinforce it, you know. Like, allow it, yeah? Anyway, if you didn't know this, right, the word for tomorrow and yesterday is the same word in Punjabi, right? The word for tomorrow and yesterday is the same word. So when I was learning English, I was just translating words but following the same rules. So I found out that tomorrow means tomorrow, so I was like, sick. And then my primary school teacher was like, when did you finish your homework? And I was like, tomorrow. She was like, this motherfucker doesn't know what day it is. We wanted a surgeon, they've sent us an Uber driver. Right? I just want to put this out there though. My family was middle class in Pakistan before we moved there. We had a fridge and everything, right? But it doesn't necessarily translate, right? So I grew up quite working class. I grew up around a lot of roadmen. Are you guys familiar with the concept of roadmen, right? Just to give an indication of the philosophical intellects I grew up with, I was walking through an alleyway with my best mate, right? And there's a big sign though. It just said, beware of dog. I thought nothing of it. I just kept walking. My best mate circles back around and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he went, the dog needs to be aware of me, cuz. I've got a master's degree. And depression. Speaking of depression, anybody here ever been depressed? Give me a chair. Thank you for your honesty. The rest of you are lying bastards, right? You've come out to watch comedy on a Thursday, you've got depression, right? That's all I'm saying. If you didn't know this, in an immigrant household, you're not allowed to be depressed, right? You're just not allowed because your parents walked 40 miles barefoot to school whilst fighting the Galactic Empire or something, right? They've already won gold, silver and bronze in the Suffering Olympics. You can't fucking win that race, right? So this meant I couldn't speak to anybody in my house about my mental health apart from my sister, and she knows what it's like to be depressed because she's 29 and still not married, right? I was like, yo, it sucks for her, it's great for me, that's what I'm saying, okay? Right? But we were having a chat and she was like, you need to talk to mum and dad about what's going on in your life. And I was like, have you fucking met them? She went, fair fucks. But eventually I was like, do you know what, there's no shame in it, right? I might as well like tell them, right? And they were both sat on a dinner table, which is odd for them because they fucking hate each other, right? Their marriage is working out exactly the way you'd expect if two people who never met got married, right? Both sat on a dinner table. I went, it's going to be hard for you to understand, but I'm still your son. I'm depressed and suicidal. And my mum didn't say anything because we don't let her talk. Listen, it's got nothing to do with culture. She just doesn't have much to add, right? And my dad got up and he just went, oh, thank God, I thought you were gay. You know how people have their priorities straight? My dad's got straight priorities. Genuinely, in his thought process, he's like, a suicidal son I can deal with. You suck dick, I kill you myself, bastard. Small wonder I got fucking depression, right? Can a bad thing be a good thing? Like toxic masculinity, we always get told is a bad thing, but toxic masculinity saved my life, right? Like when my brain rationally made the decision that we should end everything, right? At the end, we had to ask toxic masculinity. And toxic masculinity got up, lit a cig and just went, people are going to think you're a pussy, lad. It's hard holding down a job as well when you've got a degree of mental health difficulty. Mate, have a guess where I was working whilst I was depressed and suicidal. Samaritans! That's fucking ironic. Somebody rings up like I'm depressed and suicidal and I'm like, same. But I'm at work. I finish at 6, I'll meet you the bridge at 7. You guys just applauded me killing someone. Right, I would have been a good Samaritan and everything, right? But no, I was working at Manchester Airport in aviation security. A depressed, suicidal Muslim at the airport. Why are you guys laughing? That's a security breach, right? If you think I'm joking, if you've got any liquids, gels, creams, lighters, inhalers, lipsticks or lip balms, take them out your bag, you can our beds, right? Simultaneously, the best and worst place I've ever worked. Best, like worst because really bad working conditions. Best, some like funny shit would happen on a regular basis. I had this guy's bag kicked up for a bag search and he jumped on top of his bag and he was like, you can't search my bag in public. I was like, ooh. I was like, fair enough, it's your bag, we'll search you in a private search area. I opened this dude's bag and he just had 3 things in his bag: popcorn, notepad and a fake vagina. Bro, what the fuck is that guy doing, right? I found myself getting jealous. I have trouble organising my thoughts. This motherfucker knows what he's about, right? What does he want out of a holiday? He wants to wank, document it, and snack in between. That one was a good one. Popcorn's getting saltier. Fuck all of you, he's the dickhead here, not me. That's what I'm saying, okay?